Good afternoon. This is Afternoon Sky. I'm your host, Sky. Now, pardon me for the minor technical difficulties at the beginning, but I just want to get right into this. Okay, so we have this white boy pointed a pistol, pulled the trigger, it did not fire, at this off duty police officer. He was at Walmart Supercenter. He was accused of shoplifting, and things just got way out of hand from there on. Um, the cop tackled him, put him to the ground. Another gentleman tried to take him, it looked like, beforehand. And it just got messy. But it didn't get as messy as if this guy was black. If he were black, what would happen if he were black? Y'all tell me. Let me know. Because the facts stand. The facts stand and shows that whites are actually shot and killed by cops from 2017 through 2021 more than blacks. So, is it open season on blacks and whites? And Hispanics were included as well. What is the drawing point? What is the difference? What is the main draw? Why are there, all these different ideals regarding blacks who get shot and killed for brandishing toy guns or putting a cell phone up to their ear, or just being somebody of color? And just imagine if this person had shot and killed this police officer, he'd be put away for the rest of his life. So this is the young male's name is Newman. Trying to let me see. I think it's Shane C.L. Newman. I think that's his name. This just happened yesterday. But this is wild. There's video of it. It's clear. It's not like he was like, just trying to pull out the gun. He points the gun. He literally has his hand on the trigger, pulls it. It does not discharge. So he is very fortunate that he didn't get what he wanted. Like, it's a weird thing. It's very strange. He was trying to kill the cop. I'm looking at it right now. Shane Newman, yeah, Shane Newman, 23 years old. Grown man, not a little boy. Grown man, full body. Full body. Pardon. Alright, you look like Bang Chan from Stray Kids. Okay, I don't even know who the hell that is. Shut the fuss up. Okay, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. I got your viewership. So he has it in a shooter's position. He has the hand under the weapon. He has the trigger finger. He looks like he's aiming. It's just extraordinary how he was able to not be killed, literally, not just be not murdered, but killed, be shot down by the police. And there's so many other observations where unarmed black teen shot in the back, unarmed black teen playing with a pistol, unarmed black teen stopped at a traffic light, unarmed black teen. I mean, it goes over and over and over. Where are the unarmed white teens? He wasn't one of them. Newman's not one of them. He's still alive. I don't get it. I really don't understand why this is the facts. Why this is the truth. The facts have to show. Okay, I got you. Shannon Abraham 3380. I got you. You're cool. If you really feel sorry for me, make sure you hit that donate button. Where's the donate button? I'll tell you right now. $SkylerSaunders1. Skyler Saunders 1. So yeah, this is heavy. This is heavy. Okay, wow. Why are we saying sorry? What is going on? Layla Kissick? I guess how you pronounce your name? Okay, so, and if you really feel sorry, just tell 12,000 other of your subscribers and friends about me. Oh no, that's too much. I don't have that many. I don't know that many people. I don't know. People make any excuse not to tell somebody about my show, but that's fine. I'll get views and I'll get reads either way. No, well, you want me to say your name, you have to pay for it. I don't know how. I said your name once. I'm not saying your name because you want me to say it unless you pay for it. I don't answer questions unless you pay for it. So once, no, no, I already said it once. And that was enough. Oh yeah, but yeah. So Newman, does he have the complexion for protection for collection? Can he turn this around? Can he say, the cop, was going to shoot me first, and I was going to shoot him, or something like that? Like he was acting in self defense almost. I don't. How many times is that? Beyond the Bob Marley song, "I Shot the Sheriff," and what was it Slim and what is that? Oh, what is that movie? Is it Slim and Sugar and Slim or something? What is that movie? Queen and Slim, Queen and Slim, something like that. Why do we have to pay for you to answer our questions or say our name? Because this isn't free. This is a paid service. I have to get paid in order to do this. I don't do this out of the kindness of my heart. I do this from my wallet, from my payments account. That's the only question I'm going to answer from you. Those are the kind of, and then that's the you got your bingo free space with that question. Well, I guess what you just exactly. Everybody gets a free. Everybody gets a bingo free space. You get a bingo free space, but I'm not answering another question from you. Everybody gets a bingo free space. That's par for the course. But I do appreciate you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. I do appreciate you. But we're talking about this topic. Newman, Shane Newman. He's been recorded on the camera. Okay, so that's your first question. What is your? Are you high? See, I don't really do the AMAs unless it's like I'll answer a question if I feel like it, and that's even for bingo questions, even bingo free space questions. Even if it's your first question, I may just skip it because it's my discretion. It's my show. You don't like it, make your own show. Simple as that. But this Shane Newman character, I mean, just looking at the news, I mean, it's good, it's great. Finally, that news carries black lives. They always say black bodies. I hate to say that. I hate black minds, black lives, not just black bodies. They always say black bodies, black bodies. That's Ta-Nehisi Coates, black bodies. But the reality is that more white people die at the hands of police officers historically, but it's sensationalized when black people get killed by it. Oh my God, he was unarmed. Oh my God, this guy was armed, ready to kill, ready to kill. He pointed the weapon at the police officer with intent to kill this off-duty police officer, this cop, off-duty cop. He was working for Walmart at the time, and that's where he was found. He was found allegedly shoplifting in the store. So he went from just a minor infraction of stealing, which is serious, but it's kind of minor at the same time, especially in comparison to what he's facing now. He is definitely going to have to face up and face the music uh, for the cliche. Um, I doubt if he'll get, anything less than 10 years probably. I mean, an officer of the law, attempted murder, pretty serious stuff right there. I don't know. This guy seems like he was pretty off balance. He seemed like he didn't have it all together. So I just think that if he had been a black man, hypothetical, it's a hypothetical, it's just a hypothetical, he would have been shot and killed. There's no question, and probably right, probably right. I think this young man, Shane Newman, he should have been shot and killed. He should have been shot and killed. He was armed. He was ready to fire. He was ready to do the damn thing. If the cop had fired at him first, that would have probably been, manslaughter or murder or something in the second degree or something like that. I don't know. I always get confused with the degrees. But, sir, Rick James is in here. Something tells me we're going to have a good time here tonight. Fact, ladies and gentlemen, live from the Blue Room in the heart of Delaware. He's still smoking his Rob Reiner packs. Facts, it's Sir Skylar Sond. Salute to you, sir. Rick James in the house, everybody. Salute that man. Yeah, I just caught this story. I don't think it's been really picked up by too many outlets. I don't know if that it's a national story, but I know it's a pretty big story in Canton, Ohio. It happened just yesterday. So I think we have to, consider the facts, consider the reality of it, and just take in the truth, take in the facts. Good afternoon, Brooklyn. Salute to you, sir. Salute to you. Salute to you. And just look at the facts. Look at the truth. The sensationalism of black lives, black minds being squashed by the police. Oh my God. The cops shot him. The cops shot another kid. Oh my God. The cop shot a white boy. Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, we don't even hear that. You don't even hear that. You don't hear about a white civilian being killed by the cops, in broad daylight or in the midnight hour. You don't hear that, or very rarely, extremely rarely. But you hear blacks. Is that like a compensation kind of thing for over the years that so many different stories were covered up by white media outlets? They didn't talk about it so much. Oh, keep that, you don't want to talk about that black story. All right? We're not going to get to that. But now, it seems like every other month there's a new story out. There's body cam footage about a black man being shot down, especially, but also black women and black children being killed in the streets by police officers. But like I said, more white people die at the hands of cops than any other group. That's a fact. That's what we have to rely on. We have to rely on facts and truth and figures and numbers and data. Data will show. Data show. They tell you what is real. They don't go by feelings or emotions or how you kind of felt that day or what you were feeling before you fell asleep that night. No, it tells you exactly what is and what isn't. They tell you exactly what is and what isn't. Data. So just had to make sure everybody was clear on that. Just to make sure. So I think with the power and the might of the mind, that is the power. That is the truth. That is the way. That is what governs all things, is the mind. That grants you power. That grants you status. That grants you the achievement of knowing what you are and who you are and what you're about. So this Newman character, I was just appalled. I looked at the video. He's like literally like nonchalant. He's just sitting there, and then he just pulls a gun, aims it at the cop, ready to fire, ready to shoot, but it goes click. Then he gets tackled. He gets punched in the gut, I think, or kicked in the gut. He gets kicked in the gut first, and then he gets pummeled to the ground. But there was another guy that was wearing a white shirt with a blue tie or something like that and some dress pants, and he comes over and he was trying to tackle him too, but then he like broke his tackle. I'm telling you, like, what would have happened? What would have happened if Leroy Jenkins or Demarius Wilkinson or Lamar, Willoughby? What if that was the case? What if it wasn't just Shane Newman? It's not Shane Newman, but somebody that was black, brown skin, got a short afro, got cornrows, got the shade with the fade in the hair with the cornrows on top. What would have happened? What would have happened? That's that weird thing about reality. You can't go back in time. You can't say, "Oh, let's switch around the people and see what in this little experiment and see this." Okay, if this was like this, then this would have been like that, and that would have been like this. And you can't play that game. You can't play that game. Reality bars you from committing such an act. Now, one day we'll be able to go forward in time. I'm pretty certain of that. It's possible. Anything that's possible could be probable. Hello back. Did you bring in more friends? It looks like you brought in more friends. Thank you for doing that. I got 7 people in here right now. Trying to get 70,000 people in here. Oh, yeah, oh. But are you paying attention to the story? Are you taking in the ism of this story? The reality of it. Blacks in America, whites in America, police officers, guns, firearms, people lying, dying dead in the street, unarmed black teens shot in the back. Okay, they're trolling hard right now. They're really trolling. Wow. Super troll. But I welcome any and all trolls. Thank you for trolling. Keeps my life awake. Keeps me awake. I was dying yesterday. Yesterday was awful. Yesterday was trying. That was tough. When I take my drugs, that's it. That's a wrap. I'm over. So I was trying to speed through. I couldn't even finish the full broadcast. I was like, I gotta tap out. I was tapping out. But I'm here today, awake and alive and ready. Strong. But that is the reality of that. That is the truth behind that. What I think has to be done is we have to, besides obviously looking at the facts, looking at figures, We have to, reconcile history, reality, and the future. We have to say that history has been marked by so many incidences of black men, especially, being shot, stabbed, set on fire, castrated, stuffed in their mouth, their genitals stuffed in their mouth. They set them ablaze, then they string them up on a tree, and then they have a guy go, look, So that's just one thing that we have to look at. That's history. So in reality is whites commit more crimes, whites die more at the hands of police officers. That's the reality right now. And the future is, I guess cop reform. I guess I'm guessing. I'm just throwing away ideas. Yeah, you can say cop reform and that's cute and everything, but just rationality, just reason, just inject reason into every aspect of the world, of the culture. Rationality and reason. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. You just have to have reason for everything that you do. In every action, every activity that you do. You just have to have reason. No matter what. And that's what's going to, change the way that we look at each other and evaluate situations. And just stick to the facts. Stick to reality. Stick to truth. Stick to, it's a stick to the truth kind of situation. Well, if you look at the past few minutes, whoever you are, you can tell what I'm talking about. Just pay attention. Just sit back and watch the pistol smoke. And Mr. Troy Star Terrain has said it before. We got some trolls in the room. Yes, on a Tuesday. Yes, we have some super trolls. Super trolls. I appreciate the trolls. I appreciate them. That's nice. You're asking a question. That's nice. That's cute. I think I already answered your question. So you had to pay me in order to say another question. The school No, I'll just have to get ready for this holiday concert that I'm going to tonight. That's the reason why I'm on right now. But I'm glad I'm here with you, Rick James. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, sir. I mean, maybe school let out. I think school has been out for the rest of the week, for the whole week, actually. It might have been out since Monday, since yesterday. Why are you saying sorry? What? These people are funny. I have to go. Sorry. Like, what? You were here. Thank you. Ripped A5U. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? I don't know who this guy is. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? What? He comes in with his black hat and his black shirt and gold tie like he's some sort of character. Who is this guy? You come into my room. How do people even find me on the vertical feed? Is that what it is? Oh, I know who you are. Okay. But yeah, so facts and figures and numbers and data. That's all that has to happen. You can't go by didn't do nothings. He didn't do nothing. You get the box that didn't do nothings. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. That's what it is. That's the way it goes. That's the power of imagery, of sound, audio, everything. Oh my God. Close. Yeah, live short. That's right. Yeah, it's the vertical feed in the live shorts. That's true. Well, salute to you on your way out. Yeah, so data, information, and facts, and figures, and numbers. All these things have to coalesce, have to make a bond, and give you the straight dope, give you the reality. Not, what you're feeling or your emotions, or, oh my God, I just think that black people, get killed more. Not a fact. Oh, I think that white people are less likely to commit crime. Not a fact. I just think that you can say anything, but you have to go by data. You have to go by the numbers. That's the reality. Bye. I can't even pronounce. What is that? Igshahan Abrahams, 33 80. Goodbye. See you later. So yeah, I picked up this story and I thought it was just too appalling, too disgusting, too terrible to even relate. But I had to relate it. You have to relate these stories because it's like repugnant. It's very ugly. It's disgusting to see this white boy like like literally. He wasn't like even trying to fidget and trying to. He like with confidence put the gun up, brandished the weapon, brought it up to the level of the police officer, and pulled the trigger. That might be one of the luckiest cops in all of police history. If you saw that in the movie, they'd be like, "Oh, come on, that can't happen." But truth is stranger than fiction in a lot of ways. You'd have been like, "Oh, that's bull. That's Hollywood." He would have shot him. That gun would have fired. That would have went off. These kind of stories make a grown man queasy. Yeah, you should be queasy, sir. Yes, sir, you should be, because this is the level of humanity and hatred in this country, which is beautiful. The beautiful hatred of this United States of America. I can't remember who it was. I think it was 50 Cent who said it though. He said it'd be very difficult to paint a landscape of the American flag without using the color red. So that means like the blood and that was shed and all these terrible things that have happened in our history is brought on by the red blood. Now people say there's different interpretations of the flag. Like red means preservation or something. I don't know. But you can say anything. The blue field means whatever. The white field means purity and all that. But that's what it really means. Yo, sup, chat, same stream. Okay. You're really going hard there, IG. Make sure you bring 45,000 people in this live. I need at least 45,000 people here. Okay. See, that's that funny thing. People say okay, like they're really gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it, or she's not gonna do it. Whoever's not gonna do it, but they'll just say okay. Roger that. Sadly, these things happen all the time. But what can come from this is a new day and a new dawn in police work, information, and facts. Okay, kind of fun study now. The other half of the story. Let me get this sip. Hold on. So you have Nasir Jones. He was ranked allhiphop.com Person of the Year. This is a prestigious honor from this very venerated internet source, this website. He championed a lot of causes. He had his own album out. He's been very productive these past, what is it, 7 or 8 years going on now like that. He's put out an album like every year or every other year. And it's just been extraordinary. His pen is strong. His pen is very strong. His lyricism is still bold and exact. He's worthy of this prestigious accolade. He's a businessman. He's bringing casinos to I think parts of New York City. I can't remember. It might be Queens. I want to say his hometown of Queens, but I'm not sure if it's exactly Queens. I think it's the Bronx, actually. I think it's actually the Bronx. Actually, I can look it up. Hold on. That would help. Nas. Okay, it is in Queens. It's in Queens. It's in Queens. Okay, so he's doing that for Queens, but he's definitely one of the greatest. I still say that he's going to be the first rapper to be awarded, become a laureate of the Nobel Prize for Literature. I say it now. I'm putting it on record. I put it on my record before in writing, but I say that he's going to be the first, if not black man, definitely rapper to become a Nobel laureate. I think that's going to be true. So I think it's going to be extraordinary. It's going to be wonderful if that day does come. I hope it does, because you don't get it posthumously. You don't get it any other way except through votes, and those votes don't get counted. You don't see those votes. They're sealed for 50 years. Nas is a consummate professional. He's been doing this for over 30 years, way back when he was Nasty Nas at the barbecue and all that. It ain't hard to tell. I mean, IXL and Prevail, like and then Gangsta's Disciples, and I mean, he has a catalog. He has a whole strong catalog, very, very, powerful catalog. And he has a new album, Light Years, with DJ Premier. People were expecting this to be Illmatic Part 2. It isn't, but he's still on point. He's still on point no matter what. There's a lot of boom bap. It feels like that gritty late 80s, early 90s kind of New York feel. Oh my God. Nas is a one-hit wonder. Have you ever heard of Hate Me Now? Have you ever heard of The World Is Whose World Is This? It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. You ever heard of the song with Lauryn Hill, If I Rule the World? Have you ever heard of, one hit wonder? What are you talking about? I don't understand what you mean. Which one hit? He's got many hits. You ever heard of Uchi Wally? He's got many, many hits. Yes, he made one album. So he has like 12 or 13 albums, right? 14, something like that. Illmatic, It Was Written, Nostradamus. I'm skipping around. I'm not sure exactly all of them, but Stillmatic, Godson, Gangsta's Disciples, Hip Hop Is Dead. Just to list a few. I don't know what you're talking about, Sir Rick James. I really don't understand what you're saying. I really don't get it. Illmatic is the only one people know. You sure? Because I think the other ones have gone platinum and at least gold. They're platinum and gold albums. Are you sure? You sure you want to go to that place with me? I respect you and your age, sir, but come on now. You got to get it together. You know what? Out of respect for you, I listen to Danny Brown, and I like Danny Brown. I like Danny Brown. Danny Brown is cool. I listen to his music. I never really listened to his music like that. He's not one of my favorite artists, but he's pretty cool. So it's very engaging. It's very powerful to know this. So I think Nas can definitely be on Mount Rushmore, on have his own monument at the National Mall, have his face on Currency, hip hop Currency, hip hop, Mall, hip hop, Mount Rushmore. His face is definitely embedded into that wall, into that enshrinement. He'll be a bust in the Hall of Fame, as they say in The Wizard of Oz. But yeah, so it's just phenomenal. The reason why he was picked person 2025, he used $1 million of his own money to fund parts of a foundation. I think he's involved in. I mean, the guy's just a stand-up dude. He's a very stand-up dude. He's very well put together. He's very well thought about. He's consistently putting out great work. He's not even. It's not even like damn he fell off, and he's not even like putting out anything. But he's actually putting out great work in his 50s. Still in his 50s, and he's putting out great work. It's pretty extraordinary. So I think with the powers that are so enlightening, I think with the powers that are so enlightening, we get this man, this model, this image of somebody. There's iconic voices. He does iconic voices. He does Paid in Full, which it recognizes the foundation, the founders of hip hop, and make sure they get their percentages and their residuals and everything like that. I think that's very honorable. It's a very honorable task. Nobody asked him to do that, but he put it together to that way. I think that's really cool. That's awesome. I think that's very powerful. It gives you enough heft and enough weight to understand that there's an MC from Queens who did it humongous, just gargantuan, just blew up the whole spot, just took it and was able to do it. There's parts of his career I don't agree with. Like I don't agree with the fact that I don't agree with the fact that he won against Jay-Z. I think Jay-Z won with the takeover. I don't know about Super Ugly. Super Ugly was something different. Super Ugly was kind of crazy. But Takeover was better than Ether. Ether was like the schoolyard or the cafeteria, banging on the tabletops and just ranking on each other kind of thing. But Jay kind of like went at everybody at the same time. He went at least at Mobb Deep, Nas, and anybody else that tried to go against him. So that was extraordinary. I don't know why my nose is just. That was extraordinary. He made it through on that level. I think it is possible to realize that how he still came out of that. He came out of that situation. He knew that he lost. He knew he lost. But most people would say he did. But going at Jay-Z's lips, going at Jay-Z's, facial features. I mean, like that was just talking about he doesn't have a mustache and stuff like that. It's just little kid, kind of kiddie kind of stuff like that. I mean, it was like, but it's shocking. It was shocking because it was like people were like thinking that, but Nas actually said it. That was the difference. People were like, "Damn, why he kind of does look like a camel?" Okay, and you don't really think about it anymore. But then Nas puts in exploded on this camel and more time I take when the streets keep calling. Heard it when I was asleep. That is Gazy and Cocker for the records when the beat started soda. My ammo are exploding. That was fire. That was fire, but it wasn't enough fire. But anyway, that's old news. They're friends or buddies or cool, whatever the hell they are. And they don't have any issues with one another anymore that I know of. I don't think there is, rekindled beef or feuding, I should say. But I just, marvel at the idea of Nas. Nas is like, how about that? Nas is like, no, but anyway, he's a phenomenon. He's a phenomenon. He is something that you don't see too much. He's a rarity. He's a bastion of hope. He's a beacon in the midst of a wasteland. He has always shown that to be himself. He's had multiple songs. He had songs with Tupac after he died. What's it called? Thug's Mansion. It's extraordinary to even consider his life and his way of living and how he was. It is extremely extraordinary. Extremely extraordinary. Not too many people can have the career he has. To be a hip hop, wait, what? What? Hip hop star? You mean that gets maybe 2 albums off if you're lucky? That has to go back to the hood sometimes? Have to transition into acting? Have to transition into, writing for songs? Nothing wrong. I'm not saying anything is wrong, but I'm just saying what is rare. It's rare for somebody in hip hop to have such a starry career like Nas. Very rare. Extremely rare. He's a unicorn. Jay-Z's another one, but he hasn't been putting out a disc or a streaming service since 2017 with 444. But Nas, what? He's been putting out stuff since 2017. Like I think he has like 6 albums. I'm serious. Let me make sure. Nas this guy. I'll make 100% sure. Hold on. Okay, so from 2018, he took a 6-year hiatus from Life is Good. Then from 2018, he had King's Disease 2020, King's Disease 2 2021, Magic 2021, King's Disease 3, 2022, Magic 2, 2023, and Magic 3, 2023. And then in 2025, he had Light Years with DJ Premier Primo. He doesn't play around. He doesn't play around. And that's what I'm trying to figure out now, because, like, he was in the movie John Q, right? If you pay attention to Denzel Washington's character in Highest to Lowest, he spouts Nas lyrics. So did he like sit, with Nas on a certain time and really analyze his words? Did he get that far? I don't know. It's possible, but I'm not sure. It's a possibility, but I just don't know. But regardless, he came out with 2 albums in the same year. He had enough material. His Notebook, I'm sure, is still strong. From 1990s to now, it's still strong. Like, it still perseveres. It still fights throughout all these decades and eras. And the kids might not get the boom bap. They might say, "What is that? Why isn't he singing? I don't." What's the melodic flow? What is that? What's going on? Rip D5U. Thank you for being a viewer. Thank you for being a viewer. I appreciate the view. Thank you for being a viewer. But yeah, so Nas is he's a very distinguished gentleman. He has the Hennessy. What is it? Let me see. He's got Hennessy partnership. He's got the Mass Appeal. In June 2018, Nas was paid $40 million after Amazon acquired the doorbell company Ring Inc., as well as PillPack, the latter of which he invested in via his investment firm, Queensbridge Venture Partners. So he is serious. He is no joke. Nas is not to be messed with. It says on April 10th, 2013, Nas invested an undisclosed 6-figure sum into Mass Appeal magazine, which he went on to serve as the publication's associate publisher, joined by creative firm Decon and White Owl Capital Partners. In May 2013, it was announced that Nas would open a sneaker store in Las Vegas called 12 a.m. Run, Midnight Run, okay, as part of the Link retail development, with it opening the following month. Nas has a partnership with Hennessy, as I told about before, and worked on their Wild Rabbit campaign. Okay, there's your free bingo space, Nari. I see you. I do remember you. And that's the last question I can answer you before you pay me. See how that works? Isn't that lovely? It's beautiful, isn't it? I think it is. But no, Nas is definitely the truth. See, even Doja Cat had to chime in before when he named Jock, said unapologetically black, the opposite of Doja Cat. She was like, I don't care. He can say what he wants. She loves Nas. Nas, just has, the juice. He's got the juice now, like at the end of oh god damn, don't do this to me. Oh my god. Oh, I know that the songs Know the Ledge and the names of the characters. Bishop. Oh my, what am I trying to think of? I'm gonna look it up. I'll never be able to forgive myself if I don't say the name of it. Juice. Jesus Christ. I couldn't even think of Juice. Oh my god. But yeah, so he definitely is he's a great person, obviously. Nasir bin Oludara Jones. It was written, sold over 250,000 units in its first week, and that was raw sales. Raw physical units being sold in 1996. There was no streaming service. That's the reality. So he has. Hold on, let me make sure how many albums he has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 solo albums, studio albums, and 3 collaborative albums. Why are you saying I look tired? Of course I'm not tired. Do I have to open my eyes like this? Say, am I tired? Do I look tired to you? Do I seem tired? Am I tired still? Is this tired? I don't understand. Is this tired? Is this completely tired? I don't understand. Should I be cranked up on something? Should I do a line and just know, it's not even natural. If I look tired, I look tired. So who cares? What's the big deal? I don't understand. You look tired. Okay, great. So what, do I get a medal or something? But Nas, allhiphop.com, such an honor, such a great, deserved man of rhyme. That's what he built his entire life around, the rhyme. Everything else was, besides his marriages and his child. I think he has one child, I believe so. And maybe he has a son. I'm not sure. Let me see. He has a daughter named Destiny. His ex-fiancee Carmen Bryan. He has a son, Knight. That's crazy. But you know, just to get that honor, I think that's big in stature. I think that's wonderful to know. That's a great find to discover that, you know, that Nas is that guy. He's the guy of the hour. He's the guy of the moment. AllHipHop.com Person of the Year, without question. No, you know, no holds barred. No, all question. You know, all hands down. It's completely. I think it was a unanimous decision on their part to name Nas the official Person of the Year, and it's well deserved because he just keeps putting out hit after hit. He keeps putting out, you know, strong, you know, just, you know, formidable work. Formidable work. It's just that just stretches beyond his lifetime. It stretches beyond, you know, the lifetime of everyone inhabited on this world. Right now, 8 billion people, something like that. He's been able to touch, you know, through audio and visuals, you know, millions and millions of lives, millions, maybe even billions. I don't know, maybe billions somewhere else, but definitely millions of lives in the United States of America. He's shown himself to be a figurehead in all this. His way of blending, you know, realism with elevated poetic stylings. Not too many people can pull that off. Jay-Z's one who can. Biggie was one. Tupac was one. Andre 3000 is one. Kendrick Lamar. That's about it. That's about it. Not too many other people can really pull that off. Have the poetry and the rhythm and the rhyme, have it all, you know, coalesce. That is the power of this man. I say man because he's a black man, and he has, you know, every ability that has been able to be described based on who he is. He's never tried to be anybody else. Like, you never seen him, you know, trying to, you know, like when he said hip hop is dead, he wasn't saying like you people are destroying hip hop. He was just saying like the way I understand it, the way I know it, it's dead. It's over with. It's kind of like what Ye made Yeezus. It's the same connotation. It was like it's a rap. It's not the same. It's different now. It's totally different. We're walking into a new age of understanding. So that's the reality. Nas is that guy for a reason. He's earned it. He's earned his place. Hip Hop Person of the Year 2025, allhiphop.com. If you don't know, now you know. I mean, just you know, reflecting on the first story I talked about, you know, he was on a song called "The Cop Shot the Kid." The cop shot the kid. The cop shot the kid. He was on that song. Very annoying song, but he had hot bars on it. And just amazing, you know, just the feat, the achievement that he has garnered in his time. That's what he will be remembered for. That's what he'll be remarked about down through the ages, and it's well deserved. Thank you, everybody. Thank the trolls. Thank you, Sir Rick James, for coming through. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. I'm wrapping up right now. I gotta go. I'll see you tomorrow, most likely. Take care.